This week in the Haftorah, we read a very famous story. King Solomon is judging a case between two mothers. They each recently gave birth. One of the babies died. Now they're in front of him with one living baby, and each one claims that the living baby is hers and the dead baby belonged to the other woman. King Solomon says, "Go fetch me a sword. We're going to cut the baby in half." One woman yells out, "No, give the living baby to her. Don't kill the baby." The other woman says, "Neither one of us is going to get the baby. Cut." And King Solomon says, "The one who said, 'Don't kill the baby,' she's the mother. Give it to her." And everybody there marvels at his incredible wisdom that he figured out this test in order to decide which one was the real mother. But I ask you, why is that story so unbelievably famous? I get it, it was wise, but why is it that everyone knows this story? Certainly everyone who negotiates on a regular basis has either heard or used the term, "Let's split the baby in half." Maybe because King Solomon was telling us that is how you act when you're in a financial dispute. Give in, compromise, meet in the middle, split the baby in half. And so ironically, that baby that he didn't end up splitting resulted since then in millions of babies being split in half during negotiations every day. He's telling us it's a wonderful thing to do. When there's an argument to be made, as there so often is, give in. You'll feel so much better about yourself. You'll be able to tamp down your baser emotions, that desire to not give in an inch. Think about how we're born, a baby with those clenched fists. But then at the time when we pass on, those hands are open. Can't take it with you anyway. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine told me that he got himself involved in trying to mediate a dispute between two people. Not a lot at stake. One of them felt that the other one owed him about $500 for some damage. The guy felt he didn't owe him anything. He said, "What do you think?" I said, "Why don't you go to the guy that has the claim against him and say, 'Look, I don't know if I could convince him, but if I can, would you be willing to pay half?' And then if he says yes, which hopefully he will, go to the other guy and say, 'Look, I don't know if I could get it, but suppose I could get half from him. Would you take half?' And see if you can make peace, make shalom between these two guys." He says, "Okay, I'm going to try." Calls me a couple days later. He says, "I went to the first guy and I said, 'Listen, I know you don't want to give in an inch, not a penny, but if I could possibly convince him to take half, would you be willing to pay it?' And reluctantly, grudgingly, you could feel the pain as he said it. 'If I have to, I'll pay half.' Great." Then he went to the other guy and said, "Listen, I don't know that I can convince him. You know he doesn't want to pay a penny. But suppose I could convince him to meet you halfway, split the baby. Would you be willing to take half?" And he said, "Not a penny less. I'm not giving in." All right. He didn't get that one done. I didn't get that one done. But I'm not giving up. He's not giving up. And you shouldn't give up. When you're in one of those situations, try to show the other person, "I disagree with you. I don't think you have a valid argument, but willing to meet you halfway. Let's go get King Solomon's sword and let's cut the baby in half." And if you do that, don't be surprised if somehow, some way, God makes that money up to you.